Hey, man, I haven't done a vlog in a long time. Hi, how is everybody? You can't tell me because I'm talking through a screen. Well, time has come for me to do my review of 4 books that I've read. Works of fiction, little review, and that's kind of just what I'm doing. But for theme music, I'm going to actually play random stuff on my iTunes Shuffle and see what comes up. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Let's just hope iTunes is working with me today. Our first book that I would like to speak of is The Thanatos Syndrome by Walker Percy. Okay, this isn't bad. Frank Sinatra. This book is okay. I had to read it for class. It's a book that, if you're forced to read through it all the way, you'll be like, wow, that was amazing. But if you pick it up and... Frank, you're too loud. Now you're not loud enough. Sorry, I talked to my music. The Thanatos Syndrome. It's one of those books that if you pick it up just for leisure reading, you get halfway through, you're going to be like, why am I even reading this? Anyway, the plot is a psychiatrist discovers really weird symptoms in some of his patients. They have lost all of their inhibition and a lot of their personality that makes them them. And so he goes out and searches, and he finds this plot to create utopia by drugging the local water. This he only finds out after his wife has taken brain damage from it. The prose is wonderful. You can tell that the author is very accomplished at this. The plot is... how can I put this? It's something that should be cliche, but it's put together very well. It moves a little slow at the beginning, though, and it hits slow patches every now and then. So I would give this book a total of 7 out of 10. Alright, let's move on. Our next book is, I don't remember who wrote it. I know his last name is Remarque, though. Surprisingly, it's the book I like most out of all the ones I'm reviewing, even though it's not my genre at all, is All Quiet on the Western Front. iTunes really likes this book, just like me. It is a World War I novel about a man named Paul trying to deal with the philosophical question of, is war ever right, as he fights. The prose, once again, is amazing, even better than Walker Percy's prose. It focuses so much on nature and feelings, and the characters. Unlike a lot of war novels, you can actually identify with the characters, and you get to know them. You get the sense they're all friends with each other. You get the sense that you're friends with them, with Kaczynski and Jadin and Kenrick, and yeah, there's a lot of tearjerkers in it too. Very sad, very sad. So All Quiet on the Western Front, I'm going to have to give this a 9 out of 10, even though war novels aren't my genre at all. Now we move on to, sadly, a sci-fi book that did not live up to my standards. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish by Douglas Adams. And we're going to accent that with a little Celine Dion. Douglas Adams' first 3 installments of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series were wonderful. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish is the 4th, but there's almost no plot. It's like if Hitchhiker's Guide were an anime, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish is the filler arc. I still have not read Mostly Harmless yet, so I can't tell you if that one is going to be the heart-stopping conclusion or whether it's going to be as bad as So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. But let me tell you, while Adams is still humorous, he will make you giggle while you read this, but otherwise nothing really happens at all. I mean, Arthur Dent gets a love interest. It doesn't really last. There's travel to one planet. There's Marvin. I guess that's all. It's nothing special. Finally, I'm going to have to apologize in advance to Raven Swing White. I'm not going to give this the best review. Oh, I forgot to give So Long a number. So Long, thanks for all the fish. 5 out of 10. I give him a higher score for the humor. Now we move on to Amelia Atwater Rhodes' Hawk Song. We're going to use a little share for this one. It's only a little bit better than Twilight, but it kind of runs off the same kind of fuel. Purple Prose about a really handsome supernatural creature that stalks a normal girl in the night. The main character, Danica, the normal girl, she's written really well as a character as a stoic, because her character is a stoic. The problem is, stoics make horrible protagonists because it looks like nothing is going on with them in their heads. They're not interesting, really. Just like Danica's not interesting. Zane, the love interest, is more interesting. He's unbearably hot. He manages to hypnotize her even when she thinks he is her enemy. He slinks into her room in the dead of night and admits this to her at the very beginning of the book. So even before we get to know Zane, he's already been stalking. And he does make several remarks about her figure, even when they are not yet in love. He's a bit creepy. The other thing about Danica, she likes to describe pants. He was sitting on his neatly folded legs, shrouded in silk pants that had an oh-so-subtle design of diamonds woven into the... Anytime she has to mention their outfits, especially their pants, expect 2 or 3 paragraphs on the pants. I don't know why. Amelia Atwater Rhodes must have been like a literature major and a fashion minor or something. The two don't mix, trust me. And also, this book could have redeemed itself. It got better in the middle. It got really good when the end was approaching. The end came and it tanked. You know why? Several assassination attempts were made on Zane and Danica after they'd fallen in love. And the author pretty much feeds you the names of the assassins before they are canonically revealed. And then when you really thought about the characters' histories over the course of the story, the assassins were obvious anyway. If you could at least do a decent assassination plot, you could have been able to save this book, but no. Hawk Song, 4 out of 10. So I would recommend that you read the first 3 books of Hitchhiker's Guide, but not the 4th. I have yet to decide on the 5th, because I have not read it yet. I would really, really, really recommend that you read All Quiet on the Western Front, whether you're a war novel fan or not. And The Thanatos Syndrome is pretty good if you're bored. So that ends my review for the day. And I will see you next time. And I don't know what'll come. I'll probably have like a few more AMVs up before I get the chance to do another vlog. So you'll see me when you see me.